Yo, this is the Black Simon Cow Taz. I'm here with a legend. Introduce yourself and let them know where you're from, bruv.
Yo, this is Jim Screech coming out of South London, representing One Take Entertainment.
Yeah, brother, don't get this confused. Been here for a minute and I paid my dues. Never in a man's mind that I might lose. Stay true to the dream to entertain you.
What's your background? You know, how you start this thing, how you went into it. If you could talk for a little while, just let them know.
Yeah. Well, basically, I started off like most youths. You know, I used to go to a youth centre, and behind the youth centre there used to be a little studio, and they used to let people come in there, and it was mostly for reggae artists at the time, like bashment artists, you know, Sweetie Irie, Top Cat, guys like that. And then, you know, I used to go over there with about 30 of us. A big group of us used to go up in there and be spitting and doing whatever. And after a little while, the numbers kind of dwindled a little bit, where some people lost interest in the music, or it just weren't for them, whatever. You know, and before you know it, there's 10 guys, then there's 5, and then there's 3. And then there was just me in the studio with all these other kind of reggae artists and hip-hop artists doing their thing. So I was kind of like a sponge, really, man. I was just soaking up all of the vibes and the energy that they were kind of giving out.
Dance like MJ when I was a youth, tap beats on the table, fork and spoon, beginning of the boom bap. Had a dream to be Kane and a bubble like school scrap. High top with a fade, just 8 years old. SKL mixing just for the glow. Tribe Called Quest and you got a flow, Joe. Pete Rock, CL, Mecca and a soul.
And then sort of later on down the line, I started working with Roots Maneuver on the Banana Clan record label. Was kind of, again, just developing, trying a few new things, and kind of trying to fuse hip-hop and reggae together, and seeing what kind of ideas and vibes would come from that, and out of that come out with like a mixtape which first was stocked on DarkNCold called Multitasking, which again, you know, multitasking being the fact that I was doing hip-hop, I was doing reggae, I was doing R&B, I was doing everything on one CD. And I just kept that going, you know what I'm saying, and just tried to use that as the formula to make new music and come with new projects and new albums and new mixtapes, which is where we're at now with the new mixtape.
Every last one of them guided me. Course hip hop's like to shine in me. Now I shine out, and I guarantee fireworks if I'm your host on a night out. 4 in the morning, I'm a night out, and I'm gonna be dead before I sign out. And I love this game so much that I'll start in the dark and be done when it's light out.
And like, what's been your inspirations? How did you kind of like, what made you want to do it? Like, go into.
I think probably the main guys at the time, obviously when I was a kid, it was like, you know, you had like Smiley Culture, you had, you know what I'm saying, you had Tipper Irie as well, you had General Levy, you know what I'm saying, you had brothers out there doing their thing, and they were from the UK and they were representing, and you know, and then obviously you had the Hijack Boys, and you know what I'm saying, and Roots and Rodney P. There's so many guys out there that kind of decided to try a thing, even when there was no scene to back it up, you know what I'm saying, yourself included, you know what I'm saying, like you were there, you're out there, you know, you guys are like pioneers, really.
They're like one Jim Screech, you're the man now, hard to the core, no belly like stand out. Certain man want a juggernaut truck to stop, but it ain't gonna happen, that's a fact now. Yeah, and I love that. And the beat goes on like.
How was it going to these countries, different countries, and doing your stuff?
You know what? Sometimes it can really like stagger you. It can take you back a little bit when you go to a remote place. I remember we went to Lithuania to do a show. We had to fly to Latvia and then drive to Lithuania, which is like 300 kilometers. And you know, we're in this guy's car that we don't even know this dude. He's just the dude that's kind of taking us around, you know, our chaperone, whatever you want to call him. And then we get to this area, you know, that I probably didn't even know existed before they sent it to me on the email where we're going. And people know the lyrics to the songs, and it's like, I mean, you think to yourself, how the hell did you get hold of this CD? I ain't even seen a music shop around here. You know what I mean?
Jim Screech doing this for the BMX boys with a backpack full of fresh boxes, and a brother in a car with a Mars bar scar and a briefcase full of fake watches, and a girl living next door with a man twice her age who pays all of the bills, and a brother with a cast on his hand because he got careless and got it trapped in a till.
But that's just how far-reaching this music is, you know. When I think a lot of artists in the UK, especially London, we're kind of insulated. We don't realise how far-reaching the music is, you know. It really does travel, and it does stagger you, man. You know, if you're out there making noise, you don't realize how much noise you're making until you get on a plane or you get on a train and you go out to Europe. And the same way American artists get treated with respect when they come here is the same way we get treated with respect when we go over there. And that's always a blessing, so it's been good, man.
And the boy then will take backhanders and turn blind eyes when they see us on a madness. All the drunk and degenerate gamblers and don't give a damn as I keep low standards. And the coke man with a newborn that's keeping his 8-ball in his son's pampers. And the broadcast guys putting £5 each on the bar for a glass of the dampers.
How do you feel about all the new ones like Tiny Temper, the Striders, the Chipmunks, all the new, like some of the underground rappers as well that are, you know, coming up and everything? How do you feel about it now? Because, you know, we'd like to hear your take.
You know what? I got to say, you know, being here for a while and seeing what's been going on, I think it's a really good thing because, you know, there's so many people that got put off music a few years ago because there just didn't seem to be like an avenue or didn't seem to be any openings for us in the business. So, you know, when I see guys like Tiny Temper and Tinchy doing their thing and eating the food and, you know what I'm saying, and bringing in other artists, whether that be through features or whatever, it just makes me realize that, you know, we've always had this talent. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like we just turned it on last year. We've always had it, but record labels were scared of it. But they're not scared anymore, so, you know, it should be good motivation for any of the young artists coming up to know that, look, you know, if you work hard enough and your talent is there and, you know, your motivation is there, you can do it, you can make it. You know what I'm saying? And trust me, that wasn't there back in the day. Most of the man I know coming up a bit older than me, they don't do it no more. You know, because they lost heart. So it's great to see, you know, a 12, 13-year-old, you know, he might be in school freestyling with his brethren and they got dreams of being the next Chipmunk, and it can actually happen. Whereas back in the day, you know, you'd be like, yeah, man, we all want to be like Jay-Z or we want to be like Nas, but it weren't happening over here, you know what I'm saying? So it's a good look, man.
And the bare knuckle boxers who made that grind in the night. Other brother went doctors. Do a job for the cash in my hand, never charge no VAT for the tax. Sound familiar? Southeast City, that's my familia. Everybody listening, get your P up. Heck nah, niggas, then throw your P's up. Brixton, bad man, throw your B's up.
Last but not least, I just want you to just, on the industry lockdown, just to plug everything like what you got coming out, because you need to know about this brother. Trust me, I know he's been grinding for long, been touring, doing a lot of things in Europe, overseas, putting in his work, was on one of the first industry lockdowns, had his stuff in DarkNCold, you know what I'm saying? He's a real brother, so, you know, support him to the maximum. So I just want you to give a plug on anything you got coming out and all that.
Alright, first of all, I want to say big up to the One Take Entertainment. That's my gang right there. Big up to Banana Clan, Roots Maneuver. We've got the new mixtape, which is called Yard Food, because I love eating yard food, so I thought I'd name the mixtape Yard Food. And it's presented by DJ MK, Kiss 100. Just big up to all the fans and those people hitting me up on the Twitter, hitting me up on the Facebook, hitting me up on the MySpace, you know what I'm saying? And watch this space, man. I've got new stuff coming, so it's going to be a good year this year.
So respect, big man Jimmy Screech. Say Taz, the Black Simon Cow. Industry lockdown, you done know how we're doing it worldwide. Keep it moving. Jeez.